I'm Kieran and I have been a dating coach since 2018. I've been in this space for about a quarter of a century and I've transformed the lives of thousands of men worldwide. This is what I do. Today's video is a must watch for any man who had a woman who loved him and now doesn't, and you have no idea why. You don't know where you went wrong. That's what this is about right here. The main thing that I've seen in my time as a coach, like the main mistake that men make, is not realizing that women don't fall in love with you, they fall in love with how you make them feel. When you meet a woman, what are you doing? You're being the best version of yourself, aren't you? You are putting your best foot forward. You are doing what you need to be and do in order to be funny, to be charismatic, to have a great time with her on dates, spontaneous, to have fun things to do, to have a great time in the bedroom. Over time, men start to take women for granted. Now, you're not putting as much effort into your drinks. You probably don't even go to the gym anymore. Who cares? You've got a girlfriend, she's there, you don't need to try. Now you're not thinking of cool and innovative things to do. Now you're just kind of cool to sit at home and chill, day after day after day, week after week after week. Why you actually ended up with her to begin with was because you made her feel a certain way. When she thought about you, when you came up in her head, there's a certain emotion that was attached to you. Maybe she felt giggly, turned on. There's an emotion that's attached to you. And whatever emotion that emotion was deeply, deeply, deeply pleasant to her. However, as you get lazy, as you stop trying, little by little, the emotions that she has attached to you, they then start to change. What was once exciting becomes dull, it becomes bland, it becomes boring. Maybe you became mildly abusive. Maybe you were angry all of the time. Maybe you were just kind of upset. Maybe you were dour. Maybe you put on a really positive self-expression at first, but then the more she got to know you, the more she realized how deeply miserable you actually really are. You weren't the person that she initially fell for. When you meet a woman, right? Let's say she's got a great body and you look at her and you go, whoa, her body's amazing. I really love her body. All right, great. You love her body, it's amazing. That's what you have signed up for. If she loses that body, you're not going to be pleased. The world at large is going to tell you that you should continue to be attracted to her no matter what she looks like. And you're probably going to continue to love her. But the truth is that that body, which was a significant part of what attracted you to her, if that is gone, you're not going to be pleased and you're not going to be as attracted to her. It's a similar thing with women. A huge mistake that I see men making is that they don't realize that the guy they were when they first met the woman is the man that the woman actually wants. And if you want to keep the thing going with her like long term, like weeks and months and years, that man needs to remain. The man that you were when you were trying to get into her underwear is a man that you need to be 3 years later, 2 years later, 4 years later. That actually cannot change. You get a man who meets a woman, tries really hard, then he gets comfortable and complacent, then he stops, then the relationship slowly dwindles, then she ends up leaving, then when she leaves he's upset and he meets another woman and then he starts trying really hard with this new woman. It's like, rather than try really hard with the new woman, just try really hard with the woman that you've actually got. The relationship that you have is basically one of, if not the most important thing in your life. Hugely important. And if you are not prepared to give it respect and care that it needs, then you have to realize that things are going to start to dwindle. The woman that you're with is going to start to become less satisfied. We live in a world where what they tell us is that you get with someone and you're just with them forever and it's like nobody else exists. But the truth is that that's not the world we actually live in. You see women all the time, don't you? And you see hot and sexy women all the time as well. And depending on your level of value in relation to these hot and sexy women, some of these women are maybe interested in you. The crazy thing is that your woman is living in the same world. She's on social media too. She goes out with her female friends and meets Men who are friends of those female friends who are attracted to them. She's on the bus and men are looking at her. Social media, men are maybe sliding into her DM. Like, she's in the same world. She's watching movies, she's watching TV. She knows like what the standard is. If I get a job, I obviously need to continue to try at my job, otherwise I will lose my job. Whatever you displayed in the interview and to get the job, that's what you need to display to keep the job. It's just obvious. If you get a six-pack, you need to continue to work out and eat a certain way to maintain that six-pack. If you stop, the six-pack's gonna go. If you're with someone who's worth having, you have to realize that other people are gonna want that person. Otherwise, you wouldn't have wanted them to begin with. You are in competition with every other man who wants your partner, or every other man that your partner might potentially decide that they want. Most people see a relationship as a retirement. Okay, so I worked for 50 years. I'm now retired, and now that I'm retired, I've got this guaranteed income that's coming to me from the government every month until I die. I'm gonna get that money until the day I die. There is absolutely no chance I'm not gonna get this cash. It's always coming. And that's how people think about relationships. But it's actually not. It's more like being the champion of the world, or like the heavyweight champion of the world, and having the title. It's more like that. If I am the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, I've got the belt, lovely, right? And the belt is the woman. Okay, cool, right? I got the title. Other men want my belt. Other men are training for my belt. They're in the gym day after day. They're doing their takedowns and their scrambles, and they're perfecting their stand-up, and they're working on their cardio. They're in the sauna. They're trying to build endurance. They're doing everything that they can in order to take what I have away from me. I then need to out-train those people so that I basically don't lose my belt. So even once I've got the belt, I now need to keep and maintain the belt. The man who sees his relationship as being like retirement, he takes his woman for granted. This doesn't just mean in terms of the way you treat her, it's also the way you treat yourself as well. Like, are you still pushing? Are you still striving, being the best man that you actually can be? Or have you actually given up, and are you letting your partner see you give up in general? The man who sees his relationship as retirement, he's just given up. He's given up on himself, and he's given up with regards to her. Over time, the way that she sees him is just bland, boring, dull. Maybe it's somewhat disgusting to a degree, probably is for a lot of women. The man who sees the relationship as, I have this title, no one's taking my title, that man shows up differently. But just so we're clear, I'm not saying that that man there is going to do everything his woman wants to do and be like pussy whipped, as I say. No, I'm not saying that at all. If she feels like he's actually beneath her and under the thumb, then she's not going to be interested in him at all. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, though, he's going to be fun. He's going to think of new things to do in the bedroom. He's going to surprise her with weekend getaways. He's going to occasionally pin her against a wall while they're speaking. He's going to send her text messages saying, this is what I'm going to do to you when you get home. She's going to say, don't go out with your boys, do this with me instead. He's going to say, yeah, well, if you'd have asked me nicely, I probably would have done, but based on the way you've spoken to me, there's no chance I'm going out with the boys. He's going to be a man, and she's going to continue to feel that spark for him. When you are trying to get with a woman, there's a man that you're trying to be. Continue to be that man, and a better version of that man if you can. And that's the best that you can do to maintain your relationship. It's not about you, it's about how you make her feel. You have to be aware that the way you are with people, it influences how they respond to you. If you have liked this video, then please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, and head to the description as well, because I've got some goodies for you to download. Thank you for your time, take care, and see you.